Hello, so taking a deep breath there to prepare myself for this video, which is a very light-hearted one, something that as I was kind of sitting on my own this morning, I thought about, and I do a thing called Soul Plan, which is to do with turning your name into numbers, which ultimately turns it into the energies that are you. Anyway, and one of mine popped up that one of my qualities is humour, and if used in the right way, this quality can help clients and help me through day to day, really. But then it was also within one of my challenges. So I can be a bit of a moaner as well. So that's really skimming over it quite quickly, skimming over the whole soul plan process and whatnot. But it just got me thinking, really. And so this video is about humour and moaning, not so much the moaning because I do want to keep it light-hearted. But I have a tendency to moan, really, and I don't hold a grudge like I used to. My gosh, no. It's because I really have to think things through, have some conversations with myself, and really work things out that way. But I was walking through the supermarket and even the thought of moaning at this made me laugh. This lady kind of went to walk straight into me with a trolley. There was no acknowledgement, no reason to. There was two sides either way. And I walked through the car park thinking about, and I don't know whether anyone else does this, the potential argument I could have had on her. I would never have an argument on someone in the supermarket. I barely argue with people that I know, so let alone someone that I don't know. I just looked at her glazed expression, and I thought about all these scenarios, what she possibly would have said, what I possibly would have said, and through that motion of moaning, I actually ended up laughing to myself through the rest of the car park. So humour, I think, especially if you can turn anything into laughter, is massive. It is one of the best ways to raise your vibration. Personally, to me, I think it's effective. And I remember my tutor saying, try and use your humour because it's a quality you have, even if I do say so myself. So, and yeah, so me being a general moaner, I can moan and moan and moan, trust me. But I can also laugh and laugh and laugh. And I think it's if you can look back at some things that used to really make you howl, film, anything, and just put that on, especially when you're feeling really crap. And it's weird, really. It's like I was saying in the video previous. Sometimes when I do things that make me feel good when I already feel good, and I know I've got the tools there to make myself. And sometimes just a funny film is enough. You haven't got to meditate. You haven't got to go for a run. You haven't got to go for the gym. Sometimes you just need to sit and watch something or think of something that's funny. And the definition of humour really is to provide amusement and to provoke laughter. And that's everything, really. And I think if you can provoke laughter within someone, it's but that's infectious as well. I remember when I was at school, if I made someone laugh, it was like I would continue and continue. I'll take it too far then, which I still do actually. And sometimes my humour can be quite dark. Like I can push things because we're in a society now where we're numbed to things. And we're so numb to a lot of stuff. It's like our humour's getting darker and darker and darker. I don't know whether anyone else has noticed that. But yeah, moaning massively wastes a lot of my time. So therefore, if I can turn it around to humour, which I usually do at the end of a moan, then, it's normally out of... I see sometimes I laugh out of uncomfortableness as well. It's a bit cathartic maybe, a bit releasing. Especially if I have been moaning. So, and my favourite quality within my friends is laughter. I laugh with all my friends. We all have... all of my friends have very different senses of humour. And we all laugh differently with each other about different things. Sometimes I remember my friend saying the other day, God, some of the things you laugh at. But she also said, I've got the humour of the alien of American Dad, quite inappropriate at times. It's just who I am. And there's a thing as well, you can't help what you find funny. And I know it's obviously sort of something deeper rooted or psychological, maybe, or maybe it's just what you find funny. And I think you can't help what you find funny. If you find something funny, you find it funny. That's up to you. It's your life. It's your sense of humour. It's your way of being. So yeah, what made me laugh all this week, and this is what leads on to you can't help what makes you laugh. I posted a video to Facebook, and I had to really check in with myself. Is it harmless? Is it going to offend anyone? Because it's how you have to think nowadays, isn't it? But there was a kid on a bounce castle, and this guy jumps on it next to him, and this kid just. But I started thinking about all the science of it as well. Kids do just let go when they're when they're about to face danger, whereas adults, I think, tense up, and tensing up is worse, and that's when you create injury. So this kid you just see his body almost flop and just spin. And I have been laughing about this all week, and I was feeling a bit shit this morning, and I started that popped up again, and I just started laughing to myself. And and it's kind of been something on my mind for the past 24 hours. I'm like, humour's bloody amazing, isn't it? It's great. And do you know, I worked in a barber's actually, and all we do is take the mick and laugh, and it was incredible actually. And I've always tried to bring that within my relationships, within my work, regardless of how down I'm feeling. There is that aspect I do know. So you can use you can use humour sometimes to mask if you're feeling a certain way. When sometimes people turn something into a joke all the time. In the end, I mean, some of the most depressed people, like Robin Williams, and that, in the end, he would just want to make, as I think he quoted, he wanted to make people laugh so they didn't want to feel what he felt. I don't know the exact quote, but he just didn't want anyone to feel as bad as what he did. So he used to just make people laugh, and what a decent person to not think about your own feelings and think about actually making other people feel better. And that gave him something for the time he was here. So God bless him. I mean, people can drain you as well. If you're that type of person, in the end, if you run around constantly trying to make people laugh and trying to create humour, and I don't mean to put this on a bit of a dampener, but that sometimes people can drain you, and they're enablers, really. They become enablers, and they kind of egg you on, and almost to the point where they're laughing at you and not with you. And that's hard. I've been a victim of that, and it's like, in the end, it's you're not being in the end, they're not helping you, and they're not looking after you, and you've just got to make sure you're surrounded by the right crowds, not kind of energy vampires. And you know that yourself, because you'll be like, oh God, I feel really drained when I'm around that person. And there's a way of being there for someone, but being a bit more at arm's length, not length, and that's protecting your own aura, your own well-being, because your mental health is as important as the people you're trying to help. And it's the people that maybe are going through it themselves that usually are try to help the most. It's like the people that have the least amount of money usually give the most. They're usually the most generous. I've got a client like that, and if she misses an appointment, she's like, I'll pay for it. I'm like, God, no. And the fact you even offered, is just such a kind person. So yeah, I mean, it's best not to kind of let people drain that from you. And it's like, everything needs to be an exchange of energy, including humour. And you can, they can tell you, not necessarily just jokes, but just laughing, not just sucking it all out of you. So if I can, I do try to raise my friends up, and they're the same with me, regardless of what's going on. And I think sometimes you can feel a bit shit, but you just go and see that one friend, or there's a couple of friends, and you just laugh, and you don't even know what you're laughing at. My mum's like that, actually. Like, sometimes we'll just sit there laughing, and it'll just be because I'll just take the mick out of her, and she'll just be like, Dave, and then we'll just cry with laughter about it. And I love that, and I love those memories. So I think that's kind of where I wanted to go to next. If you can make as many memories as possible that make you laugh. Life can be hard sometimes. It really can. It can really kick you in the teeth, and it can really make you feel like shit. And it's been a tough 6 years, tough few months, but there's been some amazing magical moments with some very special people in my life. That is, as cheesy as that sounds, that's up to me. Oh God, I am defiant, aren't I? Yeah, so there's just been some amazing memories and moments that I'll look back on and I'll just laugh. There's some photos of me and my friends on it, and this is where social media can be amazing, because something like, I think there's a photo of me and my mate just lying on the floor holding each other up, just laughing. You can see us laughing. There's videos of us in Vegas. There's pictures of me and my friend running, literally on framed, and there's pictures of some of my deceased friends as well. Who my last memory of Hannah, for example, is laughing in the foyer of the cinema. So what an amazing thing. So yeah, humour. We can all moan, but if you can turn it into humour, fantastic. Hope this reached you well. Thanks for watching.